Hey everyone, this is a continuation of my video series about positive thinking and chronic illnesses. So in my last video, I talked about the first 3 steps to positive thinking, and those were number 1, cry out to God. Number 2, recognize negative thought patterns. And number 3, take responsibility for your thoughts. So if you haven't watched that video yet, I encourage you to go back and watch that video first. In this video, I'm going to be talking about speaking God's truths over our lives and ways to take captive every thought. So in the last video, I talked about how positive thinking is about speaking the truth. Before you were speaking the truth about how you were feeling and telling that to God. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about speaking God's truths over your own life. So we want to speak God's truths over our lives because God encompasses all that is the fruit of the Holy Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So God is like the good wolf in this scenario, if you remember my example from the last video. And all these things are good. We want to be all these things. God is love, and we want love to rule over our lives. God is pure love, and He wants and He desires to be alive in you. He wants that love to be alive in you. When we declare God's truths over our lives, we are allowing all that love to be alive inside of us and be alive in our life. Love is a good thing. This is what we want. This is what we want to be thinking about. When we know the truths of God, then we can change our negative thinking to His truths. This is based off of 2 Corinthians 10 verse 5, which says, "We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. And we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ." Christ, who is love. This means that every negative thinking goes against who God says we are. So instead of believing who the negative thoughts say you are, let's start believing what love says we are. So now I'm going to go over a couple of the examples of negative thinking that I talked about in the last video and talk about how to take captive of them and make them obedient to love. The first one is, my body hates me. And I hear this a lot from the chronic illness community because it really does feel like your body hates you when it's, falling apart, when it's dying, when it's just broken. It feels like it hates you, and it's like it doesn't want you to live, especially with autoimmune disorders, because it's like your body is attacking itself for no reason whatsoever. So that's why it kind of feels like your body hates you. But the truth is, it doesn't hate you. It's not your body's fault that you're sick. And well, it's not your fault that you're sick either. For whatever reason, your body is malfunctioning, and your body is doing everything it can to fight it off. Your body wants you to be healthy, and every day it's fighting for you and wanting to be healthy, and it's trying so hard. Just like how you are trying so hard to make it healthy by going to all these doctor's appointments and trying all these treatments and being really strict to just be healthy. You're in the same way your body is really helping you. It wants you to be healthy. Your body does not hate you. Your body loves you and is fighting for you. So instead of thinking, my body hates me, I challenge you to think, my body loves me and I am so thankful for it that it's fighting for me every day. It's just like in Psalm 139, you were fearfully and wonderfully made no matter what. The next example of negative thinking is, my life is never going to get better. When we declare things like this, it's like we're making a prophecy over our lives. If we declare that life is never going to get better, it probably won't ever get better because we're not actively seeking and being open to the opportunities that will make our life better. What we say over our lives is either a blessing or a curse. So don't curse your life with negative thoughts, but bless your life with God's truths of love. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future." Life seems pretty bleak with a chronic illness, and I don't know how or when God is going to make life better for you, but I do know that He has such a bright future ahead of you. So instead of thinking life is never going to get better, I challenge you to think God has a bright future ahead of me. So a really inspiring movie that I love, that I really recommend that you watch if you're struggling with this negative thought, is Tomorrowland. So here's a clip.
In every moment, there is the possibility of a better future, but you people won't believe it. And because you won't believe it, you won't do what is necessary to make it a reality. So you dwell on this terrible future, you resign yourselves to it. For one reason, because that future doesn't ask anything of you today.
So I challenge you to think positively, responsibly, and creatively today so that you will have a better future tomorrow. Keep watching for my next video where I'll go over some more examples of negative thinking and talk about how we can take them captive and make them obedient to love. So be sure to subscribe, and thank you for watching.